days. So it gives you the ability if you go back and forth between the live TV and the live stream, you get to see entirely different merchandise. Sometimes it overlaps, but remember you get 25% off here, which is substantial, especially on the prices that on some of these pieces, because 25% off on 1,000 is $250. So that's really, really substantial savings. All right, so I'm going to start with our first item, and this is going to be your Cambodian blue zircon. Now, this, my friends, I'm putting it on my finger, and I can tell you, this piece is absolutely stunning. That center stone is going to be 4.20 carats. 10 by 8, it's going to be a AAA, which is, it only goes to quad 4. So AAA is way up there. It's going to have lab-grown diamonds, 4 baguettes, for an accumulation of 0.20, which is a fifth of a carat. Folks, this is a particular beautiful ring. A couple of reasons. Number one, this ring is in 10 karat white gold. So, gold has gone crazy. I'm going to turn this a little bit. Gold has gone crazy in the market as far as pricing. If you follow the metals market, which I do every day, because I'm a manufacturer also and I invest in metals, the metals market has gone to insanity levels. And companies like Shop LC are starting to produce lines now that are different than your typical sterling silver, rhodium over sterling silver, 14 and 18 karat. We have a couple lines we call Bronzilla, which we're using a lot more bronze and then bonding gold to it to create that same look. This particular ring is solid gold. It's 10 karat white gold. It's from our luxuriant collection. And anytime we put rings into 10, 14, 18, and 22 karat, those are going to be the best stones that we carry normally. Could be AAA to quad 4. I'm trying to get this ring off, and I'm going to do a little removing the fingerprint on it because nobody needs to know my fingerprint unless you want to be me. And look at that ring. I mean, that is substantial. Now, your price on this, our price normally is going to be $1,739. Suggested retail on this, $9,500. $9,500 on this particular ring, but your price, $1,739. But today, because of the live stream, we're going to take an additional 25% off and bring this ring down to $1,304. So $1,304 for this particular ring. I mean, a blue zircon. Zircons come in many, many different colors. When you're dealing, so zircon, first of all, let's talk about zircon a little bit. Zircon is the oldest stone to mankind. It is millions of years old. It was found before diamonds. So people started finding white zircons years ago in the Pharaoh time, Egyptian, and they actually cut them to, faceted them with the primitive technology they had then. And they would cut them and facet them because they had sparkle capability, not knowing that diamonds didn't even exist then. If they did, they weren't found, in this particular time period. So zircon became the stone that really was embellished into a lot of crowns, a lot of really, neck pieces in the Egyptian time, because it was hard, like they didn't know what a diamond was, but hard like a diamond, and it had that sparkle capability. Well, that's white zircon. When you get into blue, that is considered a fancy color for a zircon. Anything aside from white is going to be a fancy stone, which is going to warrant a fancy price. And this price on this, like I said, $9,500 is your standard price out there in the retail world. Our price is $1,739. The reason we can offer it for so low is because Shop LC has gone to Tucson, which they do. They fly to all the big shows, not just Tucson. And when they arrive, they look for rough stone. They look for a zircon. They look for Sleeping Beauty turquoise, turquoisite, alexandrite, Wella opal, on and on, amethyst, and they look for rough because we have 9,000 employees that work for Shop LC. So everything is done in-house. So most companies would go out and they would seek out blue zircon, and then they would have to, if they bought it, they wouldn't buy it rough. They would buy it faceted. So that means they're paying already for somebody to sit there and facet stones, and that's a master craft. To be able to facet stones to get the best, highest capability sparkle and clean and all that wrapped in, it has to be a master cutter. So that is going to warrant a big price. When we buy in the rough, our design team sits down and they actually design pieces and then they cut the stones. We have the capability. We have the stones in-house. We have bought the rough material. So that saves you already multiple steps. We also don't buy the ring, the blank. This is called the blank, the setting. We manufacture that. So we're not out looking through books of settings. If you go into your typical jewelry store and you say you need a new mounting, I have a diamond, I need a new mounting, or blue zircon, they're going to pull out a catalog book and it's going to have mountings in it that are manufactured by another company. They're going to order that particular mounting for you, but you have to pay for that also. And then the diamonds, lab-grown diamonds. Where do these come from? We have paired up with a company in China that we are full force. We are probably one of the biggest lab-grown diamond creators now in the marketplace. So we pair up and combine our efforts with other companies, and they're usually small family businesses that we bring into under the umbrella of Shop LC. The Otteson brothers out of Tonopah, Nevada. They produce turquoise. We produce jewelry and manufacture entwining with their designs. It's manufactured by us. GP, Gaia Perez, that line in Italy was started by her dad. We have paired up with that family. She comes and flies over. Her pieces are on TV and stuff. So we have paired up with a lot of small families to create a multi-business. And when that happens, all that price changes that a normal retailer is going to pay, we don't pay any of that because it's in-house now. And because of that, it's savings in your pocket. We've already saved you $6,000. And that's true. Me being in the jewelry market for as long as I have, it's usually when somebody bought, let's say a store bought this ring and they spent $1,700. They triple a market up. That's a standard markup for jewelry, 300%. So 17 times 3 is 6,100. And then they have to pay insurance, blah, 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 blah. So realistically, $9,599 is your standard price for this. We have just cut out all the middlemen. So this is an unbelievable buy. It's in solid gold. DJ has the picture up here and back. So I'm showing you up close, and I'll bring it really close to the camera. Really close. If you are a lover of zircon, look at this stone. You can see all the facets mirrored on this. You can also see the baguettes. They're going north and south. And then down the side shank, you have your beautiful rounds that are accent stones that create that beautiful sparkle on the side shank. And this is a fairly low profile ring, I'm going to say. The undercarriage, and I'm going to try to do this so you can see it. You can see the undercarriage of that is completely finished. And anything that we create here at Shop LC has our logo on the undercarriage. We have started doing that over the last year. So we have now 3 major lines. We have DeJoy. This one is Livermore. We have, Luxuriant. We still have a couple other ones. Anyway, but our jewelry designs are now designer pieces. Because they have that logo on the underside, you know immediately Shop LC designed and manufactured that. And we stand behind all our material, all our goods, no matter what. If you just tuned in and you're scrolling through and you're like, oh, what's going on there? I see a beautiful blue ring. This is Shop LC, and welcome to the live stream. It's a network that we save you a ton of money on 100% quality manufactured goods that we manufacture in-house. And today, we have all quad 3 and 4 beautiful gemstones. Okay, so the price on this one is going to be $1,304. That's after the 25% off. That saves you $260. I'm going to clean my glasses here for a second. $260. That's the 25% off savings. You're going to get free shipping today. We also went into a program when I talk about and I say we feed a child. Shop LC has a mission statement that we have paired up with a couple of companies where we are one of the highest donating out of the 5 major companies, and we have fed 55 million children. And what that means, every time you purchase anything from Shop LC, it could be a $10 item, it could be an item like this that's $1,304. We feed a child. And a couple of our hosts have gone over to India and other places in the world to actually see that program in use and been involved in it. But that's something that Shop LC started many years ago, and that's their mission statement, is to deliver joy and to feed a child with every purchase. So kudos for Shop LC. Love that about them. It's one of the reasons that I love this company, because they are very humanitarian, and most big businesses aren't. I can tell you that right now. They're not. Okay, so we're going to move on to, this is something that we brought in for our Christmas event. This is going to be it's a doorbuster, but this is your color changing turkisite. Now, color changing turkisite, this comes from a mountain region in South America, and it was discovered a few years ago, but it is one of the only 8 stones in the world that has color changing capability. Now, this particular stone, when it color changes, it goes from a beautiful, almost golden color to like an olive green color. So it transitions, and that's with your natural light. If you go outside, now I have in here, we have neon lights in here. They're artificial. It's exhibiting that beautiful golden color. When I go out into natural sunlight, this stone will naturally change into a beautiful olive green color. So this is going to be the best quality that we sell. This is a quad 4 turkisite. The diamonds on it are going to be EF quality and VS. 5 carat total weight. Your turkisite alone is 4.75. That's 4 3/4 carats. Quad 4, that means the best of the best. The number of round diamonds on this are going to be 24, and they're going to total 0.10 carat. This is, and I love this ring because the star player is that center stone. The star on this is that turkisite. So they didn't pair it up with 2 large stones on each side like a Trojan setting. The stones on this are very elegantly done. Small little stones down the sides of the shank, right? Just to give you a little bit of sparkle, but it does not take away from that beautiful turkisite. That's the star player. So turkisite is a stone that is very limited quantity. Eventually it will be mined out like some of your really exclusive gemstones. We have no control over that. That comes with, when we discover a mine, not me, but, when family or, it's usually small families discover a mine, they'll go in there, and a lot of these mines are not taken over by giant conglomerate companies, because if it's a very small, minuscule amount, they're not going to invest the time and money to go to a foreign country and ship in dump trucks and bulldozers and hire people and guards and money and build buildings. It's too much infrastructure, too much money to invest out. Now, if they know there's a big giant return, like tanzanite when it was first discovered, they will invest money to build up that mine to create and pull a lot of material out. But pieces like this, a small source, this is something that, like I said, it is. It's not a giant quantity of turkisite, very, very limited. And Shop LC has brought it to the market. I believe it was part of Tony Dinez, part of a collection that he procured for Shop LC in conjunction with Shop LC. But he's in South America. He's in Brazil, and he is one of our gem hunters. So he travels around and tries to find stuff that's limited quantity that, we could be a jewelry network that's selling amethyst all day long. right? Amethyst, amethyst. You can get amethyst anywhere. When we sell amethyst, it's special. It's from Morocco. It's from, Tour de France. It's from different areas that, we pick out the best quality. And that particular mine that it comes from might be very limited. So we try to go out and find stuff that's very unique, that is going to be interesting to our gem collectors and our customers like you, and something that probably will go up in value, which is super important, because if you're buying colored stones, you eventually, like a diamond, when you bought a diamond, okay, I'm going to say, just for statistics, 40 years ago, you might have paid $100. You know that diamond now is worth $5,000. So colored stones are always a great investment, especially when there's very, very limited quantity in the world. Okay, so this ring is normally $19,000 because of the limited on the center stone. This is a quad 4. This is like going into your best jewelry store and saying, I'd like to see the best material that you have. And they sit you down, they bring out the white gloves, and they bring out rings like this. And I should be wearing white gloves, but I can't get the ring on my finger if I wear the white gloves. So I'm showing you this because $19,999. This is going to come with your certified appraisal card. This is part of our Rhapsody collection. Once again, when we're dealing with the Rhapsody collection, because we deal anything quad 4 is the best quality we can get, it goes into our Rhapsody collection. This particular ring, you can see that R under the undercarriage, fully finished once again. The undercarriage on this has the R for Rhapsody. It also represents platinum. So this ring is turquoisite in platinum. Platinum has also jumped up. I know in June I paid $1,250 an ounce. Platinum is at $2,400 an ounce right now, up $1,000 in 6 months. I sold all my platinum a couple of days ago, and I made money, which is great. So this ring, if platinum continues to climb up in price, which it is predicted to do, this ring is going to even have more value. Now, this ring did not come in 3 weeks ago. So this ring, when we manufacture a piece of jewelry, we sit down, the designer team sit, they design it, they decide what stone's going to go in it, they go into the vault, they pick the rough, it goes to the cutters, then it goes to the mold makers, blah, blah, through a series of events. But when we sit down and design a piece of jewelry, it is priced out at that day's market value. So when this ring was produced, it could have been last year, February, which at the time platinum was under $1,250 an ounce. It was probably about $1,000. What's going to happen? We don't change the prices. We have 10,000, more than that. I mean, it's endless. So when things come into Shop LC, it is priced at what it was designed at that day, not what the market is warranting today. So this is a steal deal. Anything that you can find that's in sterling silver, 14 karat, 10 karat, 22 karat, that's heavy gram weight, that you know that we've had for a while. And this is, now when I say for a while, I have 4 of these left. That's it. 4 in the entire world. So this is going to be a great deal because you're going to pay from prices that were listed a year ago. So this ring, once again, quad 4 turquoisite in platinum, and it's almost 7 grams of platinum. A full ounce is going to be 28 grams. 7 is a quarter of an ounce. Just in the platinum alone, this is a great deal. So you're getting platinum, you're getting diamond, and you're getting that color-changing turquoisite, which, like I said, the rarity is there. Also comes with our little card that tells you all about exactly what you're getting. So remember, you have a 30-day money-back guaranteed. You can return this if you decide you don't want it. Your price on this, I said $19,999. Hey, Deb. Hi, Leanna. So your price on this is not $19,000. Our price for you is going to be $3,339.99. So basically $3,350. But 25% off that brings it down to $2,504. So $2,504 from $19,000. I'd say that's a pretty good steal deal. For these now, because it is in platinum, we do have the capability to size it up or down, 2 sizes. So I don't know what, it doesn't list on here. Oh, okay, I have 1 size 7 and I have 3 size 8, and that's it. But they have the capability to size this up or down, 2 complete sizes either way. So if you're interested in this, we also do something here at Shop LC we call budget pay, which is because this is $2,500. Maybe that's a hard nut for some people to crack. You don't want to put it on a credit card and pay 28% interest. So what Shop LC does is you call our personal shopper at 888-837-2235.
Wait, give me 1 second.
Okay, hold on. I was trying to do it off the top of my head. I know it's 888-837-22.
There we go.
DJ's pulling it up. 2237, I got it! Brain is still working. See that? That's a number that, most people don't even know cell phone numbers. I just remember that off the top of my head. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. Okay. So this is going to be shop number 2. And remember, this is in platinum. So this is something that, because of the color changing turquoisite, and I wish I could take you outside with me on a little tour because this will actually change to an olive green. It's really a fascinating stone. Anytime you're dealing with your color changing stones, because of the rarity and the value of them, they really are something of value and something that isn't interesting. A lot of pieces that you buy, they're not color changing. They look beautiful, but this is really something that you go, oh, look at that. It's like alexandrite. Alexandrite changes from purpley to rusty reds and, naturally, but alexandrite is, from Russia has been mined out, and the stuff coming out of Turkey right now, it is color changing, but it doesn't have the clarity and the quality. It's not a quad 4. I haven't seen a quad 4 alexandrite in 25 years. So, and if you do, it's going to be a stone like this you never even find it these days. It would be hundreds of thousands of dollars. So anytime you're dealing with color changing capability, remember it's going to warrant a high price tag, but it's also going to warrant a big return when you resell it years down the road. Or you leave it to somebody in your family as a legacy piece. Okay, so we're going to move on. That was shop 2. We're going to move on to shop 3. Taking a break. Just a little water break, folks. I'm back. Look at that. Commercial time was less than 30 seconds. Okay, we are moving on to shop 3. Now, they are calling this, which is very, very interesting, a cruise ship closeout. I don't know particularly why it is named that. Maybe it's a closeout that they purchased from a giant cruise ship. I don't know. Maybe they just, because a lot of tanzanite is sold on cruises, they're like, ooh, cruise ship. But it's a closeout. It came from somewhere. This was not manufactured by us. But I can tell you this. When we deal with a closeout, well, I can tell you, first of all, it doesn't fit my finger. See that? Somebody messed up here. Does not fit my finger. But this is going to be tanzanite. Maybe that's why they're calling it. So this might have been a closeout from a cruise ship that had, if you've ever been on a cruise and gone into the promenade area, they have jewelry stores there. And they sell high-end pieces. Rolex watches, tanzanite, Sleeping Beauty. Probably don't have, they do have turquoisite, they call it zolasite. That's the second name for turquoisite, so it can be done under either name. But something like this is a tanzanite. Now, what happens when we buy a closeout? I'm going to just throw this out and say, I don't know what cruise company this came from. I don't know where this came from. But when we are able to buy a closeout, what happens is the company that made this, and I'm looking on the inside. Oh, this has our logo on the back. Okay. So this is, I don't know why they're calling. That's a crazy name. Skip all that. Let's rewind. Boom, throw that story out. Doesn't make any sense. So, this particular ring is tanzanite. It is haloed by natural champagne diamonds and natural white diamonds. Now, when we're talking about tanzanite, just give you a little backstory. In 2012, our company sent some hosts and some of our photographers and videographers to Tanzania, to the mine, someplace that I choose not to go. It's a 4-hour trek in a bumpy Jeep. And when you get there, it's basically a cinder block building, and you have to go down a shaft in these little carts. They put them by hand, underground up to a quarter mile. It is dirty. It is hot. It's mining. And that's what mining is. But anyway, we sent the team over there in 2012. In 2012, there was 4 areas of the Tanzania mine that were open. Now remember, this is a one source stone, one place. Tanzania. It has not been found anyplace else in the world. We can also not lab create this. For some reason, I don't know, I'm not a scientist. We can do diamonds, but colored stones require other stuff, and we cannot lab create tanzanite. So this is 100% from the Tanzania mines, and this particular stone is going to be 7 by 5. It is, okay, there's the diamond. Can you pull it? So 24 diamonds, 0.16. White diamonds, there's 22, 0.14. And the center of that stone, it just says, doesn't have a carat weight. It says, 1 carat. So it's 1 carat. There was a 1. I'm like, where's the carat weight? Nothing is just a 1 normally. Not even a 1.00, just a 1. So this is a 1 carat tanzanite. Okay, long story short. First of all, champagne diamonds come from the Argyle mine in Australia, which has been closed. That has been gone for many years. So there is not a natural source place for champagne diamonds. So these are special because of that. The tanzanite alone is 1 carat. Now, over the course of between 2012 to 2018, 2 of the 4 blocks shut down, which means in Tanzania they were not pulling the material out of the ground anymore to warrant going down in these particular 2 areas. So now there's 2 places that are open. That's it. And our team went back in 2018. At that point, they were not allowed to go underground. In 2012, it wasn't a problem. 2018, they flew people out there, got all the way to the cinder block building in the middle of nowhere, and they were informed they could not go underground. So that's one of the reasons that, for me, going to a place that does mining, like I said, it's a underground, or it's a big pit, and it's usually just dirty, and people digging through rubble for rough. You can go up to Herkimer Dime in New York, and you can mine Wyoming, go to Tonopah, mine with the Otterson brothers for turquoise. North Carolina, you can mine for rubies and fossils and all kinds of stuff in the U.S. But you dig in dirt. That's it. That's what mining is. It's a dirty, dirty industry as far as that's where the stones come from, underground. And if you don't know what you're looking for, you would not know that you even found a stone because it's in a rough form. Looks like a pebble. So you have to have a trained eye also and know what you're looking for when you're mining. But tanzanite has become such a highly collectible stone because, once again, it's going to be mined out eventually. This is paired with another stone that is already mined out, which are your Argyle diamonds. Okay, this is going to be shop 3. And this particular ring is 14 karat white gold. And this is probably one of the best buys of the entire show because this is in solid white gold. It's tanzanite, champagne diamonds, white diamonds. Our price on this, and I have quite a bit of quantity. So if you want one, grab it while you can because I do have quantity on this. So our price normally in the retail world would be $4,900. Our price is $1,069. Your price after the 25% off is $802. $802. You're talking solid gold, you're talking tanzanite, and you're talking yellow and white diamonds, champagne and white diamonds for under $800. I'm going to throw in free shipping. I'm out of 5 and 5.5, but I have all the others, and I'm out of size 11. But I have all the other sizes, so if you're interested, go ahead and grab it. If by chance we're out of your size, like I said, on something like this, we can size it up or down for free an additional 2 sizes. because it is white gold. Any precious metal, white gold, yellow gold, platinum, sterling silver, no, we don't size sterling. So it has to be one of our precious metals. And sterling's precious metal, but we don't size sterling. So anything in white gold, yellow gold, and everything I'm going to show you today, I believe almost all of it is in gold or white gold. I have a couple of pieces that are sterling with overlay, but I'll let you know which ones those are. So $802. Shop 3 tanzanite, champagne, and white diamonds. If you're a tanzanite lover, this is a piece for you. Tanzanite, like I said, it has that beautiful, they call pleochroism, which means that when you look at a piece of tanzanite from different angles, you might see purple or you might see blue. And that pleochroism, when the light hits it, that's what it means, 2 colors in one stone. And that's why tanzanite is such a special stone. There's a few stones that exhibit that. Not a ton. I don't know off the top of my head the rest of them. If I was showing you one, I would tell you what it is, but brain isn't working that fast right now. Okay, so we're going to move on to shop number 3. Shop number 4. Shop number 4. Okay, so this is a bit large for me. This must be, I'm going to say this is a size 10. Once again, let me get off that little fingerprint. Nobody saw that. You don't want my fingerprints on any stone. Okay. This, and I have it on my middle finger because it's a size 10. I usually wear an 8, so I'm happy to wear this. I wear a lot of things, a lot of rings on my middle finger sometimes. So this is going to be your Zambian emerald. This is going to be, once again, in 10 karat yellow gold. And this they have named an Art Deco design. And the reason they do that, certain designs exhibit from a time period of the past. If it's modern retro, if it's nouveau, if it's Art Deco. This is an Art Deco piece, which is from the early 1900s, which is my favorite time period. I just finished binge watching The Gilded Age, all 3 seasons. If you've never seen it, it's interesting. It takes place, most of it in Newport, Rhode Island, where I did spend some time living as a child, through the course of my living different places. But it's the time when Henry Flagler, the Vanderbilts, all those opulent, I mean, the amount of wealth and the amount of opulence with gold gilding everything. This was called the Gilded Age. Jewelry that comes from that time period, the designs really warrant a certain look, and this is one of them. Now, this is a natural emerald, so this is not your little teeny colored stone. This is actually a natural emerald. The center stone is going to be 1.46, which is almost a carat and a half. Your diamonds are going to be 18, and they're going to be 0.13 total weight. Kagem emeralds from Zambia have emeralds are found only in certain parts of the world. This is one of the best ones that you can get because of the quality. Now, most people, when they look at emeralds, they're like, it's not perfectly clean. I'm going to hold that pretty close to the camera. And you can see that's a pretty darn clean stone. Now, once again, this has our logo on the back. It has an L for Luxurio Collection, which once again is our designer piece. So we have stamped that on the undercarriage. Every piece that you get from us is a designer piece. It's manufactured by Shop LC. This particular piece, if you're an emerald lover, this is, to get emeralds clear and to get this quality is really, really expensive out there in the real world. My sister's watching. I can remember my mom was May baby, and in about 1985, I believe, my dad came into a jewelry store I worked in, and he wanted my mom's diamond set into a new ring with emeralds around it. And I did it, and the emeralds were 3-pointers. They're teeny, tiny, tiny emeralds. And we haloed them around the ring. A stone like this that's a carat and almost a carat and a half is really, really substantial carat weight in a really good emerald. So it wants a high price tag. The bigger the stone, the higher the price goes. Little stones, they can get those all day long. But once you go above a carat, even in a diamond, the price goes up substantially. Think about it. A quarter carat diamond, you're getting studs, cheap, inexpensive. Once you go a carat each year, they're like, whoa, that's a lot of money. So anytime you're dealing a carat and a half in an emerald, that's huge. That's huge. Okay, so your price on this normal estimated retail value is about $6,900, $6,999 to be exact, 7,000. Your price on this today after the 25% off. DJ, can you bring up that screen? He's doing mathematics for me behind the scene. Oh. So I'm showing you. I'll bring the ring in close so you can see it. Look at that emerald. That is spectacular. Look at that. May babies. Or if you just have never had an emerald and you want to collect one. Hi, Donna. How you doing? Els is tuned in. All my fams there. Celine, how you doing? Happy VIP members tuning in. I hope you're coming in February. I'll be here, and I'm doing the coffee run with you this time. Okay. So, emerald ring. Your price on this. Boom. After the 25% off. You're not going to believe this. This is in gold. Gold and diamond. $1,304. $1,304 for AAA Kagam Zambian emerald, natural yellow diamond, natural white diamond, 10 karat yellow gold. The ring itself is 1.75 grams in gold. Folks, for $1,300, can you imagine? This is realistically a $6,000 ring. I mean, I don't know how Shop LC does it so inexpensively. So once again, I have multiple sizes. This can be sized up or down, but I do have, let's see what I got for quantity. I have 9 of these. So I have 9, which is not a lot, but it's enough. If you're interested, remember I'm giving you that 25% off. Just type in live 25 in that comment, hit the arrow, and that will go right to the order page. It tells you all the statistics, every stone. It goes into depth in detail about the ring. It has 3D pictures that you can look at. And then remember, we have free shipping today, which adds up too. So if you want this ring, free shipping. All right. So yes, thank you for responding, Celine. So yes, we will do a coffee run. I'm excited about you VIPs coming. So let me put that out there. Let me explain to what I'm talking about on Facebook right now. We have a website on Facebook through Shop LC. So it'd be shoplc.com on Facebook, and it's a VIP website. And what it is, it's a collaboration and collection of about 6,000 people that are men and women, kids, it doesn't matter, however old you are, that have bought stuff at Shop LC that talk about the gemstones, the makeup, the clothing, the fashion, the handbags, stuff that they want to post personally, the happiness of a childbirth or grandbaby or whatever. And we support each other. It's a very positive website. If you're going to post negative comments, they'll be blocked. I'll tell you that right now. We do not want any negative comments. This is the year of 2026. Nobody needs to hear that. Keep your nasty opinions off to the side and bring that positive uplifting, because through that website, I have sold concert tickets. And I sold some for me that when I lived in Florida, I had bought. It also is a collection, a group of women that have met and now have become friends. And how fantastic is that you can have friends all over the country that now you can communicate with via Facebook. And a lot of people that are on, live at home, some people are by themselves, don't have the ability really to connect with people on certain levels. They live by themselves. This gives them the ability to connect with other women and men that have the same interests, that support each other. And it's just a great, fun place to join. So we offer that free of charge through Shop LC on Facebook. But we also hold an event here. It's going to be the 11th Gem Fest. It's going to take place February 20th here at our corporate office in Austin, Texas. It's a day event where we have a fashion show, we have a reduced shopping, we have seminars and a couple of workshops that we put on. It changes whenever we do the Gem Fest. We've done bead stringing bracelets, we've done layering events, we've done talking about gemstones. I've done, terrarium building and all kinds of different events that we put on. We pick and choose the 2 events for each Gem Fest. It's free of charge. just come on down February 20th and get on that Facebook website, and they'll be posting, I believe it's 12 to 4. I'm unsure of that 100%, but it is February 20th. I do know that for sure. So if you want to come down and meet some of your favorite hosts, come on and do it. We're going to do a behind the scenes, where you can see the TV stuff being broadcasted behind the scenes and stuff. But it's a free event. It's fun. And if you want to join that beautiful group of women and men that are collaborating to create lifelong friendships, then get on that website and check it out. It doesn't hurt, right? It's free of charge, just like shipping is free today. All right, so I am moving on. Showed you the emerald ring. Now, if you're not a ring wearer, we're going to go into the pendant. Once again, this is going to be in 10 karat solid gold, and I'm going to hold it up onto the close to the camera here so you can see it. 10 karat yellow gold. This is going to also be with your natural yellow and white diamonds. You have 12 diamonds. Total carat weight is 0.23. That's almost a quarter carat. And your center stone is going to be 1.75. So the center stone on this, the center stone on this is 1.38. And it's 8 by 6. It's forest green. It's going to be, once again, your triple A. This one does come with the chain. So you're going to get the emerald necklace in gold with diamond. We're also going to give you the chain, the solid gold chain for free. Now, that's a special deal right there, because just to go out and buy a gold chain is going to run you a few $100s. I mean, realistically, gold is crazy in price right now. So it's going to run you a few $100s. We're throwing it in for free as part of this beautiful Texas BOGO twofer. So that center stone is, like I said, 1.46. Beautiful piece. You can see the quality of that emerald. And once there's emeralds out there. When you go to buy an emerald, if you're looking at something that is almost opaque, has green, but it looks like one of those pieces of taffy that you used to get, that mint green or mint julep, that's not a good emerald. I hate to say it. It's an emerald. If you're buying it just for the metaphysical properties, you don't really care about the quality, that's what you're going to get. But if you want something that is going to have some worth to it and a resale value and just realistically prettier, you want an emerald of this quality. And I always say to people, if you're buying something and you need a couple more $100, save up the money and buy the best you can get. This is really, really good quality. Now, a piece like this on the outside market is going to be $6,800. Our price is going to be $1,339, $1,339.99. 25% off brings us down to $1,000. To be exact, $1,004. Free shipping, $1,004. Solid gold, natural diamonds, Art Deco inspired, triple grade A emerald. Now, think about that. $1,000 for an emerald this size. In gold, with diamond, with a free chain. 25% off. That brings us down to $1,000. That is super special. Now, if you can't afford $1,000 and you don't want to put this on your own credit card, we have we have the ability here at Shop LC to help you, and that's called budget pay. And you call our personal shopper. You might also have the ability. I've never ordered on the live stream, but it is budget pay, which means that they'll take that $1,000 and they will split that up, usually into 4 or 5 payments for you. So your monthly payment would be $200 or $250 a month, whatever they choose to. That's not my department, but we have the capability to do that. And what else do? We don't charge you interest. We don't do a credit check, so there's no dinging on your credit for you to get a piece like this. Now, May is going to come around the corner. It's already January 13th. I can't believe how fast already half the month of January has gone by. Crazy. It's going to be May before you know it. It's going to be, quick and fast and furious. So if you're a May baby, or maybe you're getting married in May, maybe you're getting engaged in May, maybe you're a May baby and you've never had an emerald, and this is the piece you go, you know what? 2026, I'm going to get myself an emerald. Maybe this is the piece that you want to get because realistically, this, my friends, is a fantastic buy. Because for $1,000, $1,004, you're going to get a chain, you're going to get a fully set gold pendant with diamonds and a giant emerald in the center. Fantastic buy. And that's going to be in shop number 5. So love that piece. And you know, it's interesting. When you go out and you look at gemstones, there are certain gemstones that I always go, oh, I love to have that. And for some reason, you know, I can look at this array of gemstones here. The blue zircon, I love. The morganite, I love. The pink kunzite, I love. And those are coming up. Never been drawn to emeralds. And what they say is that a stone picks you. You don't pick the stone. So in the metaphysical world, I'm not drawn towards emeralds. I don't know why. I think they're beautiful. The value is there. But if it came between these two pieces, I'd pick the blue. And that's just preference of me. And that's what makes the jewelry industry so incredibly great, is that there is something for everybody. Whether you can afford gold, stainless steel, bronze, it does not matter. There's something out there for everybody to enjoy in that jewelry world. And Shop LC has that every array of price. So if you're looking at this, you just tuned in for the first time, you're doing the live stream and TikTok, and you find me and you're like, oh, I don't know, I've never heard of that company. Go to our website. We have tens of thousands of items on that website. Maybe you're looking for a chain. Maybe you're looking for a foot massager. Maybe you're looking for some makeup or moisturizer. It's all there. And we represent a whole lot of companies. So it gives you the capability to shop, get discounted prices, and remember, free shipping today. So a couple of those big bulky items that you want to buy, today's the great day to do it because you're not going to pay shipping on those. Rings, they don't require a whole lot of space. But some of the items are big jewelry boxes, you know, discounted, and you don't pay shipping. That's a huge savings. But anyway, so emeralds I love. I love the color of them. But just, certain stones I'm more drawn towards others. Certain shapes I resonate with. I actually love square circles. I love very just plain shapes for jewelry. What do I have on today? Oh, I have on earrings that have little teeny circly dots. And these are snakeskin. So I do a lot of weird type of jewelry, but I absolutely love faceted stones. Whether it's yellow, green, purple, white, there's something about when you take something out of the ground and you cut it and facet it and you watch it transform from the ugly duckling into a beautiful piece that just sparkles. It's magical. It really is. I think that's what captivated me years ago when I started in the jewelry business, was transforming metal and melting it down and watching it, transforming it from a liquid almost into something that, wearable that you love and adorn yourself with. So if you're a jewelry lover, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, this is going to be another piece of tanzanite. And this one, like I said, there's certain shapes that I'm drawn towards. This is particularly one of them. This is going to be, I call it a teardrop. Some people call it a pear-shaped. Here we had the oval. For some reason, this particular ring I like more. And that's the luxury of having a whole array of jewelry to choose from. So this particular ring is going to be in 10 karat white gold. Once again, it's going to be your quad 4 tanzanite. This is white diamonds, tanzanite, 2.40 total carat weight. Your carat weight on that center stone, 2 carat. 2 carat in 1 carat in tanzanite. 10 by 7. The color of that is a violet blue. And so this, once again, when we talk about tanzanite. Now this has our logo on the back, Luxury Collection, but look at the color of that. That is a violet blue. That does exhibit pleochroism, which means that when I move, let's see if we can see it in the camera. When I move that around, you might see sparkles of blue, a little bit of purple. This particular stone has almost like a purpley silvery color on it. So this is tanzanite at its best. It's clean to the eye. That pear shape, just that fancy cut alone. Now, this is haloed by baguettes the entire way around. And DJ pulled it up for me. Thank you, DJ. So here's your teardrop or your pear shape, whatever you want to call it. And look at, when I hold this up, you can see. See that ring way up there in my hand? Okay. So it's great that they do the large and back because it really gives you a chance to see what I'm talking about instead of sticking it right in your face. Okay, so these are all baguettes the whole way around. Now, baguette diamonds are an oblong shaped cut. They look like a bar of gold. That's the shape, oblong shaped cut, like that. Okay, when they cut diamonds like that, they have to have the cleanest diamonds ever because that cut, now that table, the top of the stone that you're looking at, has a very large surface. So when you're looking down on those baguette diamonds, because there's not a lot of facets to block all that carbon, they have to use extremely clean stones. Look at the quality of those. Those are clean diamonds. If these weren't clean, they would look cloudy. They'd look icy. They'd look dark, like little black specks in them. So when you're dealing with something of this quality, this is top notch. Our price on this is a $10,000 ring. It comes once again with your certified card. Tells you the exact carat weights on the back. Gives you a little bit of information about the stone. That's basically our certification, so you know exactly what you're getting. With Shop LC, once again, I'm going to say that you have a 30-day money-back guaranteed. So if you buy this and you don't love this ring when you get it, which I'm going to tell you, I've worked here, it's going on to be 3 years. First 2 years, I flew out once a month. Now I live here. I moved to Texas for Shop LC. The jewelry quality that they produce is top notch. And a lot of times I tell people, no matter how I try to make it look great on TV or live stream, when you get this in and open it up, it's 100% prettier than it looks here on camera. And I really mean that. There are very, very few items that I have purchased that I've returned. And unfortunately, I buy a lot. I mean, unfortunately, because I don't really get a paycheck because I buy a lot. But that's okay. It's a healthy addiction. I absolutely love jewelry, and I love to change out my jewelry all the time. I know that it has some worth. I'm not going out there and buying just, a dress that's, in today, out tomorrow. I'm spending thousands of dollars for jewelry. Actually has value, especially when you're dealing with really high-end pieces. This is a high-end piece. This would be $10,000 in a jewelry store, on a cruise ship, at a port, Diamonds International, or, Mucci's, or whatever store you go to, Rodeo Drive. This would be a $10,000 ring. At Shop LC, this is $1,339. After the discount, $1,004. That, my friends, is really a great deal on something like this. I mean, think about the stone alone, that center stone that is, very hard to get that quality almost mined out. Then you have diamonds, naturally sourced diamonds. Then you have gold on top of it. So you're dealing with 3 great materials in one setting for a fraction of the price you'd ever pay anywhere else for something of that magnitude. And realistically, like I said, I'm headed to Tucson in 2 weeks. It'll be my 30th year. I know, it just makes me feel old when I say that. But I go out there every year. I go out there to seek out material. I also go to price check. And a lot of my manufacturers this year have already sent out emails about the supply of jewelry because they cannot get the goods, the material, the metals to manufacture the stuff. They don't want to. This ring, right? $7.99. That's what I'm charging you. If I went to manufacture this today and buy the gold and all the stones, This is going to be $3,000. So a lot of the jewelry companies are holding back on manufacturing, hoping that the price drops. What happens if it doesn't? They're sort of stuck. Shop LC, we've already taken care of that. We already have started creating other lines. We do a lot of stuff. Like I said, Bronzella line is a new line we've come out with. We've also bought and hoard metal because we're a manufacturing company. And years ago, when Shop LC started seeing the price of silver and gold go up, they stepped in and they bought tonnage of it. And I mean a lot. Because they knew they follow the metals market like everybody else. But they have the capability to go in and buy in bulk. Where a small little mom and pop operation doesn't have, thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars to produce and hold on to stuff. We have that capability here. Okay, so we're going to move on to something a little bit different now. And this is going to be into your ruby line. Now, it's interesting because I said I wasn't attracted to emeralds, nor was I attracted to rubies the majority of my life until I bought a couple pieces here a few months ago. First piece I bought was a Gaia Perez a ruby bracelet that had a little snake head on it. Love it. First ruby piece. Now I have quite a bit of jewelry. Anybody, my friends out there know me, quite a bit of jewelry. No rubies were ever in that collection. Oh, I take that back. I had one ruby ring, 22 karat gold. I bought in Thailand in 1999. Heavy ring, still have it. I wear it occasionally. It's beautiful. But it's a cabochon ruby. It's not faceted. So it has a whole entirely different look. We're talking about faceted rubies. Now, after I bought that bracelet, I thought, God, I sort of do really like rubies. So now I bought a ring. I've started to add to that collection. I like to have the sweet and a sweet price, which I've got at Shop LC. Now, this particular ring is going to be a AAA Royal Ruby. It's part of our Luxuriate collection. It has, this is surrounded by lab-grown diamonds, which are going to be EF, VS. This is in 10 karat yellow gold. The gold weight is 4.25 grams. It's pretty substantial in just gold weight alone. Now, this particular ring, when we talk about lab-grown diamonds, and I'm going to give you a little history, but I want to show you the color of that ruby right off the bat. That is that preferred color. This is going to be Shop 7. This is a pigeon blood red ruby. This is the color that every ruby should be. You can buy pink rubies. You can buy deep, deep red rubies that almost look black. Color scale, pink, black, right in the middle. This is the color you want. Now, this is done with lab-grown diamonds. And what happens when we start dealing with lab-grown diamonds? And if anybody you follow me on Facebook, all my friends, you saw the ring that I posted that I had taken my mom's wedding band and put a 3 karat cushion cut lab-grown diamond in it. That was a Christmas treat to myself. I did a little video on it. But once again, did I ever own lab-grown diamonds before Shop LC? No. And the reason why is because they were not at a price that was affordable. In 1950s, GE, General Electric, paired up with a group of people, and they decided they were going to create lab-grown diamonds. And they were going to give it a shot, and they called it Project Supercharge. It was very top secret. Remember, in the 50s, when you're dealing with scientific stuff like that, it was top secret. Well, they worked on it for many years. The only thing they were able to produce were little teeny diamonds that were basically industrial quality, which meant they didn't have sparkle, they had a lot of carbon in them. So they eventually stopped the project. It was too expensive, and they weren't getting what they wanted. Other companies started to pick that up in the late 80s, the 90s, and about the early 2000s, lab-grown diamonds started to become produced in a more efficient way. And then fast forward 10 years, 2012 was the first substantial really amount of lab-grown diamonds that could be cut into gem-quality jewelry. Since then, we have paired up with 2 companies. Our buyers in Encore have scoured the world, and we have the best quality lab-grown diamonds in the entire world. Now, let's go back into lab-grown diamonds because I don't want anybody to hear that and think, oh, it's not real. I'll just give you an analogy, and I said this last week, so if you watch this, please don't be bored by my same analogy. So when you grow a tomato on a farm, that tomato starts as a seed. It has to grow 4 or 5 months to produce fruit. When it's out in the field, there's a chance of bugs. You have to spray it with pesticides. You have to water it every day. That tomato costs a lot to produce in the long run when you're done. It tastes delicious. A lot of the tomatoes are rotted in the fields. Worms get into them. A lot of just nature, right? Maybe abundance of rain, the crops, stuff like that. So farming industry stepped in and they started producing hothouse tomatoes, which are hydroponically grown, doesn't take dirt. The water system uses way less water. The tomatoes are perfect. They don't have to spray with pesticides because now they're in a contained environment. The tomatoes taste delicious. They have a chance to vine ripen. They don't have to be picked before they're ripe because they're in a controlled environment now. So they can be red when we pick them. So you have tomato. Same exact thing. Just 2 different ways to grow it. That's exactly the same analogy with a lab-grown diamond. When we sourced naturally mined diamonds, they come from mostly Africa. We had to go through, after the movie Blood Diamonds came out, the diamond market stepped in. People were horrified at the cruelty. Third world countries, how could they treat people like this? That's realistic. If you've ever traveled and gone to impoverished countries, it's sad. But it's, some of these countries, that's the only way they make a living. And it's not a lot of money. So what happened was after that, the diamond industry really came to charge and said, you know what, we need to really push forward and create a diamond. So through trial and tribulations and scientific community, they were able to create 2 different ways of growing diamonds. One is a vapor. The other one is some chemicals or whatever. I can't remember. These are vapor done. But what they do, it's in almost like a chamber. Refer to it close to me like a microwave. And they actually have to take a small natural diamond, which we call a seed, just like you would need for hothouse tomatoes. You need a seed to grow those tomatoes. And then they put it in the system, and it creates the exact same atmosphere as underground volcanic atmosphere, heat and pressure. And these crystals, through what they inject, could be water, could be vapors, the crystals actually grow, and they grow a diamond. So it's a seed from a diamond, just grows larger into a lab-grown diamond. It's a diamond. Same hardness. Clarity, though, that's the one thing. We can control the quality. So what we seed is the best quality you can get. What grows from that seed is the best quality you can get. So when we're dealing with naturally sourced diamonds, a lot of imperfections, a lot of work, a lot of money, a lot of, it's just time and effort. And a lot of really great quality diamonds don't come out of the ground. I mean, they're icy, they have a lot of carbon. So it gives you the capability to buy something that is super clean. It is a diamond. It's absolutely stunning. And if you can tell on this ruby, look at how they've haloed those lab-grown diamonds around the ruby. It really is just a spectacular ring. Now, if I went and bought this and these were naturally grown diamonds, not lab-grown, this particular ring would be much, much higher in price. That diamond capability in naturally grown to get this clarity is expensive. Okay, so the ruby information on this, the center stone is going to be 3.80. That's close to 4 carat, 3.80. It's going to be a blood red, AAA. The hardness is a 9, which is, it's good. This is a workhorse. Anything under an 8, I'd be a little bit careful about wearing it every day, but anything over an 8, 8.5, 9, you're good to wear all the time. The number of round diamonds is going to be 13. The carat weight is going to be 0.7. So, can you pull up the ring on the back, DJ, for me? So I'm on shop 7 still. You have pendant on there, not the ring. DJ's changing the graphics, folks. He is my producer. He does all the stuff that I don't want to do. And I don't have the technology to do it. He's got multiple computers back there, and he's got graphs and things and all that. And he is spectacular. So hands, round of applause for DJ. So here we have, and this is why, so when I hold it up close to the camera, you really can't see the workmanship and the craftsmanship. If you look at these baguettes, they're offset but it looks like a crazy setting, but it's not. It's strategically done that way to add a round in periodically on the different stations. So these are lab-grown baguettes. Then you have your rounds, and then haloed around the beautiful center stone is going to be your beautiful ruby. And it's interesting how this particular part of the setting is done in white gold. That's so the diamonds stay white. If we set them in yellow gold, they'd have a yellow tinge to them. You can see the prongs, how they've changed that midway, right there, yellow to white. That's something that only the finest jewelry stores do. Now you can see once again the undercarriage of this, and I'm going to call it sort of like a ballerina setting. Undercarriage fully finished. It has a fairly medium profile. The center stone is a little bit higher than all your beautiful baguettes, but that ballerina is a very low profile setting for this type of ring. So it's actually a low profile ring. When you put it on, it doesn't stick up too high, but look at that. That is just a beautiful, beautiful ruby. So your price on that, $17.39. After the 25% off, comes down to $13.04. Once again, comes with your certified appraisal card. So $1,304 for 10 karat gold, ruby, lab-grown diamonds. That's a great deal. I mean, that size of that ruby alone is worth it on its own. Okay, we're going to move on to the matching pendant, pendante. And this is absolutely beautiful. If you didn't like the ring and you want the ruby pendant, this is going to be 3.80 carats. That center stone is 10 by 8. Diamonds are going to be 13 of them, 0.7. And this particular thing comes with gold chain. Comes with the chain. Are you kidding me? Anytime we're throwing a gold chain in with a pendant, that's when you go, that's a good deal. So on the neckline, and you can see that it's a fairly good size ruby. I'm going to put it on the black so you can see it a little bit better. Comes with the 20-inch chain, which is a standard length. 20 inches is going to lay right here. It's going to lay right here on me. Actually, I'll put it on so you can see. I like a 20-inch chain is my preferred length to anything that is out there because, oh, I got it on. That was okay. So that's the 20-inch chain. All right, it lays just perfect. Now I could, with a little bit more of a different, less collar. This could be great with a collared shirt over a turtleneck. So 20 inch is the way to go. I don't ever wear a 16-inch. Once in a while an 18-inch, but I'm more into 20-inch. I think I have a little bit chubbier neck than I had when I was a kid. But, you're getting the chain for free. Okay, $14,000. That's the estimated price on this. $14,000. That's crazy, right? $14,000. It's like half a car for a cheap car. Not even an expensive car anymore. Our price, $1,739. Your price after the 25% off, $1,304. $1,304 for a beautiful ruby. And you can see on this, also on the bail, they've actually added those diamonds cascading up the bail just to give you a little bit of bling, not too much. They didn't halo this like the ring. This is a little bit more simple piece, more elegant. Sometimes you don't have to halo precious stones because it takes away sometimes from the center stone. And this, they wanted the center stone to be the star and just have a very simplistic setting. Okay, that is going to be shop number 8. We're going to move on to shop number 9, which is your Montebello Indigo Light, Tourmaline, Art Deco, Diamond, in gold. Now, for me, like I said, you pick and choose what you like. This, for me, is a little bit teeny, and I don't mean that in a mean way. Look at the cuff I'm wearing. So I like large and in charge. But I know that a lot of viewers out there aren't going to wear stuff this big. That's why there's stuff here for every single person. So this is going to be your Indicolite, 1.26 center stone, AAA, 7 to 7.5 on a hardness level. You can still wear it all the time. Number of round diamonds are going to be 2, 1 on each side, east and west. 0.9 in diamond weight. Average clarity, these are going to be pretty good diamonds. Folks, on this particular ring, once again, this is going to be in gold, $8,799. $19.99, that's going to be the Shop LC price. Is a little small for me. And then, after the 25% off, let's put this on white so you can maybe see it. When you put it on black, it does not show that color. So I'm going to try to put it on a white background. Change the color, because this has really got a lot of blues and greens in it. It's sort of hard to see with the lighting in here. Like I said, not the best. We don't have spotlights shining down specifically on the rings. But this particular piece, after the 25% off, is going to come down to $1,499. It's going to come IGI certified. It's going to come with our Luxuro collection card. So you're getting 2. Now, this particular card right here, this is an appraisal card that we pay extra for. This is not done in-house. That would be illegal. So this is a third-party company that certifies and appraises the jewelry. This is going to be, what this does, it just tells you the exact proportions of the stone. So there's actually not an appraisal amount on this, but it tells you the exact specifications of the stone, which we stand behind anyway. But that just is your extra safety net of if you've never bought from us before and you want to guarantee, that comes free of charge. And that particular appraisal is about a $250 item also, on top of the savings that we're saving you. So $1,499, shop 9, and we are moving on. Now we're getting into something that I love. Now, I'm going to say right off the bat, Valentine's Day is coming up, and I'm going to say right off the bat, this ring does not fit me. Wow. I have a limited quantity. I have 14. If you look at this stone, it's heart-shaped. Look at that. It's a heart-shaped morganite. Okay, morganite, the stone of love. I actually have this in a ring that my husband bought the stone in Tucson, and I had a friend of mine design the ring for me. Yes, I could have made it myself, but I don't want to wear all my own jewelry all the time. That's boring. I want to wear other jewelry. That's why I buy from Shop LC and from Gaia Perez and from all my other manufacturers. And some of the stuff like this that I love that I've made, yes, I wear all the time, but I like variation, and I'm not going to sit and make a morganite heart-shaped ring. But I love this. Morganite has come into the market full storm. I believe it was Kate Middleton over in England when she got married. I got to fact check that, but I'm pretty sure that her engagement ring was a morganite. A lot of people are now switching over from the traditional diamond engagement rings and going into a fancier stone like a morganite because it's rarer. And you know what? It's different. It's something different. So if you are on that person that doesn't want a traditional diamond, we're going to give you the ability to buy other stones for a fraction of the price. So this particular morganite is heart-shaped. That's why I said this would be fabulous for Valentine's Day. So if you have a loved one that you are always looking for that gift, and can't find it, this could be the perfect gift for that person. And I'm moving that morganite around so you can see the color play, the sparkle in that stone. This is an exquisite stone. It's one of my favorite stones out there. And it is the stone of love, just like rose quartz, but morganite is the more expensive love stone. Rose quartz is inexpensive. Morganite is, why? Harder to get good material. You know, rose quartz is plentiful all over the world. Morganite is not. So this is going to come with, once again, your 2 cards. This has got, actually, this does have the appraisal on it. And this is, once again, our independent appraisal. The appraisal price on this is going to be $4,500. You can see it right above the ring in tiny print. That's your appraisal price. Okay, our price on this, that center stone is 3.40 carat. Now you can wear it up or down. I have the point down. Let's try it the other way because some people like it this way, point out. I'm bringing love in. You can bring love out, whatever you're looking for. I already have love. I had it in. So this particular stone center, 3.40 carat. That is huge. It is dimensional wise, it's a heart shape. So the dimensions are not listed. This has lab grown diamonds, has 9. And DJ, can you pull up? And so look at so here's the video. Oh, okay, well you can see now the baguettes are here at the base. And then there is a mix of lab grown diamonds on the points up here, here, and here. But this particular ring, absolutely beautiful. The morganite is the star player in this ring because, once again, you can buy inferior quality morganite. There is really low end. I have morganite that's completely opaque. It's pink. It's morganite. I cut it down. I cabochon some of it. It has no translucency at all. This is the best morganite you can get out there in the entire world. This is going to be an $8,600 ring. Your price, $1,999. After the 25% off, shop number 10, it's going to come down to $1,499. So $1,500, you can have this beautiful ring. Once again, 10 carat, and this is done in rose gold. I didn't throw that in there. Anytime we're dealing with pink sapphires, morganites, any pink stone at all, we always sell it in pink gold or pink overlay, but particularly because it pairs well, pink and pink. I mean, if I put this in white, it would look great, really stand out, but the pink is really the color that this belongs in. And when you're dealing with rose gold, it is one of the most difficult mixes of metals to create that rose color, by the way. Yellow gold comes out of the ground yellow. All right? To make pink or white, we have to manipulate it, mix it with other alloys, and create that color. So pink is a sought-after color. It's expensive to manufacture, but it's here for you for $1,499. Okay, I'm taking a break. Back from my break. Okay, we are moving on to rubellite. So, in the tourmaline family, there are many different varieties. This is spectacular. And this fits on my middle finger. So I've had a whole array of different sizes here. This is going to be your rubellite. This is, oh goodness, this is quad 4. Quad 4. Natural diamonds, 14 karat. This is a steel piece. It's double haloed, natural yellow and white diamonds. It has that beautiful center stone. It's also haloed with, I believe this is pink sapphire, but I'm not unsure. Can you pull up the specs on this for me on the bigger screen? Okay, so this is going to be haloed with rubellite. Oh, I'm sorry. So it's haloed with rubellite. So you have your large center stone that's going to be 1.35 carats, 8 by 6. And then it's haloed with smaller rubellites that are 14. And they're going to be 0.40, almost a half, 0.4T. I had to buy that R from Vanna on my Boston friends. I almost said 40. 4D. 40 rubellites. Now this particular ring, once again, solid gold. It's going to come with your little Luxure card there. Our price on this, $11,999. Your price, $3,069. And after the 25% off, $23.02. So that's substantial. When I say about the 25% off, that took off $750. That's a pretty big, substantial savings. Hey, Xylee. How you doing, girl? Hope you're feeling better. And I got Donna's in. Everybody's tuning in today. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. So this is going to be $23.02 on that beautiful rubellite in 14 karat gold. This is substantial gold weight. It's a 2.65 carat in stones alone. Folks, this is a steal deal. If you are into rubellite, once again, extremely rare, extremely expensive out there in the real world, but not here at Shop LC. Okay, we're going to move on to Munga Chunky, more up my alley. And this particular ring is going to be shop number 12. Shop number 12, and it is a blue sapphire. So, this is done, once again, in 10 karat gold. So, when I say this is more my jam, look at the size of that. And I have that on my middle finger. So, this is more my speed because I like a bigger ring. I really do. I mean, I love small rings. They have their place. Not on my fingers, they don't. I like big and large. But people like smaller stones. I mean, you know, I'm sure my sister likes smaller stuff than me. Some of my friends like smaller stuff. But I like large and in charge. Now, this is a giant oval blue sapphire. The carat weight on this center stone, 7.75. That's almost 8 carat in sapphire. This also has lab-grown diamonds. You have baguettes, which are those oblong diamonds. There's 10 of those. They are almost 1/3 of a carat in weight. And DJ has it up here so it can show you this large stone. It looks black, so don't go by the picture, but it's more or less just to show you the beautiful baguettes. And these are up and down, north and south. And then the diamonds running down, east and west on the side. So it has a triple row on that side. And that really gives you that beautiful, almost Art Deco look. I mean, look at that ring. That's killer. And look at the logo on the back. See that large L on the undercarriage? We didn't have to do that. We could have left that entirely blank. But this is part of all our jewelry is designer jewelry at this point. So this has that beautiful L for Luxurio Collection. You know that this is manufactured by Shop LC. This is, I mean, look at the size of that. That is 10 karat, beautiful ring, almost 8 karat in sapphire alone. Your price on this, $1,339. 25% off brings us down to $1,004. Same price as one of the other rings, $1,004. If you want to buy it and you can't afford the $1,004, call our personal shopper, 888-837-888 835-2237, 888-835-2237. They can put any of these rings on budget pay for you, which means you're going to split it up over 4 or 5 months. So take advantage of that because that's just going to give you the ability. We don't charge interest. We don't do a credit check. Doesn't ding your credit to go on budget pay. Basically, honestly, I buy everything on budget pay. Even if it's a $5 budget pay, I'm in. Just spreads out that money so I can spend a lot more for no interest free. So you don't have to use your own credit cards, which is nice. Because normally you go into a jewelry store and what do they say? Would you like to open a credit card? It's 28% interest. And you're like, oh, I love that ring, but here you don't have to worry. Also, 30-day money back guarantee. Okay, we're going to move on now to an Imperial Garnet. Now, this particular ring, I want to say, if you don't know, garnets come in every color. Not every color. They come in a lot of colors. You've just learned something. So look at the color of that garnet. That is a garnet. This is an Imperial Garnet. This is done in 10 karat yellow gold. This also has lab-grown diamonds, EFVS color. Look at the color of that garnet. Who would have ever known? So if you're a January baby and you're like, I don't want the red one. I'm giving you the capability to buy a yellow one now. So there you go. Right there. Beautifully done. This is going to be 2.65 carat weight total. Your price on this, $6,000 in the real world. Our price, $1,469. This is shop number 13. My favorite number. That's my lucky number. Most people don't like the number 13. My mom was born on Friday the 13th. So it's lucky because if she wasn't born, I wouldn't be born. So I consider 13 my lucky number. So after the 25% off, your price on this, $1,102. $1,102. Once again, I have multiple sizes in this. This is 10 carat, so I can size it up or down. But I do have quantity. I have five. I have 17 of these in assorted different sizes. So if you love this ring, grab it. Remember, 30-day money-back guaranteed. This is going to come once again with your card from your luxuriant collection. Tells you all the specs on the back about this fabulous, fabulous garnet. You can do a little bit more research behind the scenes on garnets, the different colors, the different variations. Garnets, like we have ember, we have, andalusite, you have rhodolite. I mean, it's just garnets go on and on and on. It's a stone that is a workhorse stone, which means you can wear it all the time. It's fairly, fairly hard. On the yellow, it's a 6.5 to 7.5. A little bit softer, but still it's surrounded by diamonds, so it should be okay to wear on a regular basis. I always tell people, though, if you use hairspray and all kinds of aerosol stuff that has alcohol or harsh chemicals in it, take your beautiful rings off. Don't scrub your kitchen sink with Clorox wearing your beautiful rings. They deserve more than that. And you don't want to damage the outside, especially on softer stones like opals or pearls. It'll just kill them and they'll look dull. You lose all that luster. And then you have to pay to have them repolished, and it's expensive. So take care of the jewelry. Treat it like it's something special, because it is. You're spending a lot of money, so you really want to take care of it and treat it like it's a little goddess on your finger. Okay, this is going to be in white gold. This is your Lagoon tourmaline. So once again, tourmaline comes in a lot of colors too. Reds, blues, pinks, yellows, greens. It's expensive. If you get away from the typical red, you're going to pay a lot for tourmaline because these are considered fancier colors. This is 10 karat white gold. 10 karat white. AAA on that tourmaline. 0.35 carats. The center stone on this is going to be center stone 0.83. Your diamonds are going to be 0.35, which is a third of a carat. And once again, these are going to be a mix. It's double haloed, which means you have two rings around that center stone. And I love sometimes so when I say I don't like small, I'm going to show you the difference. I love this ring. I love this ring too. But look at the difference, right? Double halo really shows up. So to me, this would be a fabulous engagement ring. This would be a fabulous, I just love the ring, fabulous. So I'm into a little bit more large, but when you have it haloed by diamonds, it really makes that center stone pop. Which is important when you're dealing with gemstones of different qualities. Now, the price on this, $9,999. Your price, $1,739. This is shop 14. It's going to come with both your appraisal cards. This is appraised at $4,200, and your guaranteed luxury collection card from us. After the 25% off, it brings us down to... DJ's doing it for me. And it brings it down to $1,304. $1,304. This can be yours. Like I said, on this one, I have 10 in the house. If it's not your size, I have right now 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. But I probably have one of each size. If you're a 5 or an 11, I can size up or down, 2 sizes free of charge on that. So grab it while you can. Now we're going to move into something that is, this is kunzite. So kunzite is another pink stone that has come to the market, and this is Petroki kunzite. This is something that is haloed by, oh my God, look at that. It looks like ember garnet, and it looks like Chesaverite. So I'm going to look at my sheets, and I see that it is 18 karat. So now this is going to be where the affordability steps in. And like I said, so Shop LC can produce jewelry for every single price point. So this is going to be your AAA Perdrokey Kunzite. Look at the size of that center stone. That is massive. And look at the quality. That is clear. It is bright pink and sparkly. That's going to be what every kunzite wants to look like. Last week I brought in a piece of kunzite about this big, about that big, raw. It was not this quality, and I wholesale that at $1,400. And it does not have the capability to be this kunzite. I've cut it. It has fibers in it. It's white. It's when you're dealing with kunzite of this quality, it is very, very expensive. This is going to be 7.83 carat for that center stone, 12 by 10. Your surrounding stones, I knew it was ember garnet. So your surrounding stones, right here, are going to be ember garnet. That's something that Shop LC brought into the market a few months ago. It is a purpley, fiery red stone. It's a garnet. And then if you look, and I'm going to put this up very close, you can see little teeny green stones that are in between the round stones. That's Tessaverite garnet, spelled T-S, Tessaverite, T-S, Savarite. Those are garnets also. That's what I say. Garnet comes in a variation of colors. I showed you yellow. Now I'm showing you green. Tessaverite garnet, rare, rare, rare. So when you're dealing with certain stones, some are rarer than others in the garnet world. But garnet is plentiful, but when you're dealing with Tessaverite, it is extremely rare, especially gem quality. So this is going to be a great buy. Now this is done in affordable level. And what I mean by that, this is not done in solid gold. If it was, this ring would be $1,900. Because look at the amount of gold. Look at that ballerina setting. Look at how high that is. Look at the amount of gold wire that this would take. This would be an expensive ring. What we've done, we brought this to the affordability level. And this particular ring, we are selling for $939. After your 25% off, it comes to $704. How can it be that inexpensive with such a large center stone, such a rare garnet? Because this is done in sterling silver with 18 karat vermeil. So we have taken a sterling silver setting and put 2.5 micrometers of gold on top of that sterling silver, so it will never wear off. It's going to look fabulous. By law, we only have to put 0.5. We do 5 times the amount that's legally needed. So if you want a ring like this, it's a statement piece, $704. That's going to be your final price on this beautiful, beautiful Perdrokey Kunzite. One of my favorite stones. I'm getting, like I said, it's interesting how I'm drawn towards certain stones. Okay, now we are moving on to something really interesting because this is going to be your star rubies. And these are cabochoned. So what is a star ruby? A star ruby, when the light hits the cabochon, it exhibits usually 8 stars, an 8-pointed star. And when you move the stones around, that star movement will be like the Mona Lisa's eyes. That star moves with the light. So I don't know if I'm going to move this really close and just move this around. Hopefully you can see it. Like I said, the lighting in here is stinkola for pieces like this. But hopefully you can see it a little bit. Now this is going to be paired with your Sleeping Beauty turquoise, your star rubies are going to be 13, and you have over 20 karat. Each particular stone is going to be 7 by 5. It has Sleeping Beauty turquoise, 12 little pieces, 0.80 carat, and Sleeping Beauty turquoise is almost mined out. It is mined out. What's the last one? Can you scroll down a little bit further, DJ, on the specifications? Okay, and it has moissanite. So your sparkly little stones around the turquoise are going to be moissanite. And you know, what's interesting is Look at the clasp on this. Look at that. This is a giant double safety, and then you press down the lever, it opens up, and then look at the undercarriage of this. Look at the underside. Completely 100% finished. Even the clasp has our logo on it. All right? That's when you deal with really fine finished goods. A lot of sterling silver weight on this. This is in sterling silver with a rhodium overlay, which means it's never going to tarnish. It's going to look fantastic. The moisanites, those are lab created. Moisanites were discovered by a gentleman called Henry Moisen. It was actually a meteorite that fell to Earth, and then he realized that it was carbon-based moissanite, and he tried to create it for many, many years. He failed, and then it was his formula was picked up after his passing, and a lot of companies tried to create moissanite. There's inferior moissanite out there, believe it or not. We use top quality. We appeared once again with the producer of moissanite, so we have the best quality. This is going to be 22.35 carats in stones alone. Now, it's in sterling silver over rhodium. Has a lot of sterling silver weight. Folks, on this particular piece, this is a steal deal. If you love bracelets, if you love natural gemstones, if you love Sleeping Beauty, I haven't seen this piece before. It's new for me, so I'm very happy to air this tonight. Our price on this, $469. Can you imagine $469 for something of this? And you know what? I'm going to put this on a black background so you can see those little stones sparkling. So I just moved this to a black background so you can see the moissanites are in there with the Sleeping Beauty, and then you have your beautiful oval cut star sapphires. 25% off brings this down to $352. This is going to be shop number 16. $352 can be yours. Remember, 30-day money back guaranteed. Double safety on this. You're never going to lose it. That snaps in. You can hear it snap. And then these go over and snap into place. So that gives you, whoops, I got to snap this one in place. So that gives you the ability never, ever to lose this bracelet. Okay, that was shop number 16. We're going to move on. I only have 2 more pieces left. This one is going to be your Montebello Indicolite. Once again, part of the tourmaline family. This is on the green color. I love the oblong stone. Absolutely beautiful. This is going to be in platinum. Your center stone, 1.32 carat. This is a quad 4 in the Indicolite. Your diamond accents are going to be 1/3 of a carat. VS, EF color, full cut diamonds on that. And these are naturally sourced diamonds. These are not lab grown. The appraisal price on this, shop 17, is going to be $7,500. So there's your appraisal. I'm going to put it right above. There's that $7,500 right above the stone. Your price here at Shop LC, $22.99. After the 25% off, it brings this down to $1,724. $1,724. This is in platinum, 1.65 carat. Folks, platinum. Platinum is the hardest metal out there. It adjusts. The molecules adjust so it doesn't scratch. It looks fantastic, and it also holds its value. So something like this was priced out, like I said, many, many months ago, not at the price of platinum today. It's going to come with both your certified appraisal card and your Rhapsody collection card. Rhapsody and Luxure are our 2 lines that we put the best of the best stones into, usually platinum 18, 14 karat. Comes with 2 certified, 1 appraisal. Whoops, oh, just flew out of my hand. This is your certified appraisal. That's $250 just for that card alone. And what the appraisal is for if you lose this and you insure it through your insurance company, they're going to pay you full appraisal price because you might not be able to replace that for what you paid. Remember, platinum's gone up in price, and let's say you disappear and Shop LC disappears, whatever. And you have to go out and replace that ring in platinum, that specific stone, those diamonds. it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you $7,500. So make sure that you take advantage of that appraisal card and have your insurance companies appraise at the correct price. Okay, last but least, we are into shop number 18. And this is going to be a Mozambique Ruby. I aired this piece last week. I love it. And what I do love is that the diamonds go under that center stone. They actually go under the stone. So when you look at this, I mean, they don't go, they stop, but it looks like they cascade under that stone. When you're dealing with natural champagne diamonds, once again, from the Argyle mine in Australia, that's gone. This particular ring is going to be in 10 karat yellow gold, your center stone. Gem weight is 1.94, almost 2 carats. Center stone on this, 1.35. It is a 7x5 ruby. Your number of champagne diamonds are 54, and your total carat weight on the diamonds is over a quarter of a carat. So that is your last piece. This particular piece, our price on this has been $1,799. Your price after the 25% off is going to be $1,304. And I believe there's 12 of these in the world. So if you want one of these, grab it while you can. Low on stock, can be yours for $1,304. All right, folks, that is it for my Tuesday show. Everybody, Elizabeth, thanks for tuning in. I'm sure that I will see you here next Tuesday with a whole array of different jewelry. Remember, follow me on Facebook, Cheryl Benvenuto, or on Instagram, Cheryl Magical Journey or Magical Journey Cheryl. If you have any questions, instant message me on Facebook, or you can text me on, all my friends over this side. Anyway, I hope to see you back here next Tuesday. It's been a great 2 hours. You could spend it anywhere. Thanks for spending it with me. And make the best of every day. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I hope it is hump day and spectacular for everybody. I'll see you back here Friday on the live TV and next Tuesday on the live stream. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye. Okay, what do I... Oh, the pendant. Oh, yeah, I'm not leaving. No way.
Not yet.
Oh, am I still on? Hello, everybody. I'm taking off the necklace. Well, bye, everybody. I'll see you back here next week. It was a pleasure. Have a great Wednesday.